Woo! 2 minutes to go till the start of race 3, Z Pro Tri-Race Series, the bell lap, 14 laps on the flat with a tiny little rise. It's going to be painful. 24 ladies on the start line, all ready to smash it up. Okay, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We are going to be taking you through the Z Pro series, the third race, which myself and Reece are taking part in. We're going to show you our prep, our setup, and then hopefully us racing and our little recap afterwards.
Yeah, so with not many races going ahead right now, this has been a real key focus for us. Each week, Wednesday, we have the closest thing we can do to a race. So we are preparing for it properly as we would a real race, and it very much feels like a real race as well. So yeah, hope you enjoy.
It's also more painful than any other race I've done. So.
Yeah, it is pretty brutal.
Okay, we've been asked to validate our weight for the Zwift Power race, and I've got a 5 kilo weight here to validate our scales. Just going to turn them on. Okay, we've got 0.0 kilo on the scale. And put the weight on. Okay, we've got 5 kilos. Okay, let's reset to 0. Okay, we've got 0, 0 on the scale. Okay, on I get. Okay, 57.6. Okay, yeah, so it's the third race of the Z Pro Tri Series. We're on the crit circuit, which is fairly flat. There's only one little rise on each lap, and I think we're doing quite a few laps, like 19 laps, that might be wrong. But my tactics for today are pretty much to sit in for as long as possible, cover any moves at the front, try and do as little work as possible, and then probably just going for the long sprint game at the end, see what my legs have got. I don't think there's going to be much chance for a breakaway today. If anyone tries to make a breakaway, I will of course try and go with them, hang on for as long as possible, see if we can gap some of the girls, but I think today's race is going to be a bit of a fight at the finish. Okay, so we're just going to take a brief look at my race setup and training setup here in our pain cave. I've got the new Wahoo kicker bike, which is super cool because it's so adjustable, so I can get into any position I want, replicating my road bike setup, but I could replicate TT if I wanted, but at the moment we're focusing on getting as much power out as possible, so we've gone for the road bike setup. I've got the Speed Play pedals, which I race with on here. Again, super adjustable for crank length, which we've gone for the 170mm, so right in the middle there. Bottle cage holder here, obviously adjustable seat height, can go forward and back. Same for the handlebar, can go up and forward and back. We've got the flywheel here, which is slightly higher up than the kicker, which is ideal for when Lola wants to come around when you're racing. She's not going to get in the way of that. Yeah, super road-like feel, and we've got it even more road-like by putting it on the Saris plate here. So when I move in, this actually rotates as well. So yeah, adjustable gearing. We've also got the smart trainer mode, so When I'm going uphill, the bike will actually move upwards, and the same for downhill as well. All the gearing's the same. Via the Wahoo app, I can choose my gear ratio as well. So depending on the course, I can make sure I've got enough gears, particularly when I'm going up climbs like out to Zwift. I want a big cassette on the back so I can adjust that. So yeah, really nice.
You can use that to
Brake.
Yeah, brake. But when you get another one of them sailboats, you need that for the sprint finish.
Yeah, so we're now coming up to 6 weeks in lockdown here in the UK, and the Z Pro series has definitely been a bit of a godsend for us because it's given us a little bit of motivation where it could have been lacking, and we've actually got a race each week that we can look forward to, and this might be the only type of racing we're doing for any time in the near future. So yeah, it's been really good. We can focus our weeks around it a little bit and actually prep like it's a proper race. So even get a little bit nervous each time and then buzzing after the race. So yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, I think we've been really lucky actually, because our goal during lockdown has really been to work on our hour power here at Team Charles-Barclay. And the Z Pro is obviously just under an hour, so we're working around that zone. And obviously adding in a bit of higher above threshold sprints as well. So our training kind of had been working towards this without even knowing it, and then that racing is just helping alongside our other training and just really helping us turn ourselves inside out once a week. So yeah, it's been pretty good. Is that the one?
Yeah, keep that. Unless you get another one. You're getting 14 of them, so
Yeah.
you've got 10 more chances. If you're going to get that one though, you're going to use that one, use it wisely. Or save it. You get a 3-toe or something, it's not worth holding on to. They're using their powers, which means they're struggling with it. So you could like just wait and then pop it on at the end of the attack.
When they're all gone.
Yeah, so they're all using them, see. Really hard course to make a break on, isn't it?
Yeah. And with training difficult, you've got to react to everything.
Yeah.
Gear, surges.
I wouldn't try not to do the gears too much, just focus on overpowering it.
Yeah.
Because you'll lose momentum if you just shift gears.
Right, so up one gear.
They're just rollers, aren't they, really? There's no hill in there, is there?
I think the cadence is a bit high.
Yeah, like getting a bigger gear and lower your cadence up. So, and then when it kicks up, just come out the saddle and churn it.
It's like right in the middle of the gear here. That's too hard. Okay, because the Z Pro are pretty much my only racing at the moment, I'm treating it as if I'm doing a real race. So my normal prep, I'm using AMP Human Performance PR lotion to help with the lactate buffering in the race, because I can promise you there's a hell of a lot of lactate being produced, so that helps a lot, reduces the burn, keeps me going. Then I'm using my Theragun just to get all my legs warmed up, ready to go before the race, getting the blood flowing. And that's been working so far, so fingers crossed it's going to help me today as well.
So they're all using them on this bit.
Yeah. I might need to do that though.
You're alright.
Every lap I get burnt a bit around there.
Yeah, I suppose. You've got to use it. You've got loads of chances to get that another power up. Maybe just use it here. Gives you a chance to settle in, doesn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise I don't ever get to settle.
Yeah, keep using your power ups. You get so many of them. It's going to be quite a good tactic. The only thing is you're going to get, once you get closer towards the end, you've got to hold that power up.
Yeah.
It's a real short race as well.
Yeah, it's been really good actually, because week on week we've seen an improvement from Zwift and trying to make the race as fair as possible. And obviously there's a lot of top end cycling races on Zwift already where they have regulations, where they have to weigh in, provide valid data on Zwift power, and just make sure everything's super fair. So this week, anyone who finishes in the top five has to provide their weight. We've all been asked to give our weight beforehand. Reece and I have weighed in, and we've provided that weight. Yeah, it's just going to make it a lot more fair and hopefully keep more pros racing, because they know they're going to be in a competitive and fair race.
It's not really breaking up at all, is it?
What a gap we have. We've got 2 minutes on Kim Morrison there. We dropped some.
On those sharp corners, just do a little surge into it, so that you're not getting spun out the side. That's it.
This is dirt.
Remember, you can come out of the saddle. Focus. Stay in the middle of that group. Rest.
It's not even much of a rest.
Rest time.
Yeah, so I've got the new Wahoo Kicker bike, which I've used for the last 2 races. I'm going to be using it in today's race as well. I've loved it so far. The really great thing is I was using a Wahoo Kicker and the Kicker Climb before, and the change in power has been pretty much exactly the same, so there's been no change. So for me it's been a smooth transition over, that all of my power data still means something. It obviously also is a smart bike, so it can work with the course. So for today's race we've got 100% trainer difficulty on, so whenever there is a roll in the course my bike will lift up as well, add resistance. So that makes training more fun, and it also makes racing a bit more fun and a bit more difficult as well, because you have to watch your gears like you would on the road, and it definitely has got more of a outside road feel as well. I've also got the Kicker bike on a Osiris plate, so when you see me on video you will see that when I get out the saddle and move, my bike actually moves, and I found that really helps for my long rides as well, because I'm not sitting there like super still and getting any aches and pains. So yeah, I love my setup. Come on, legs.
Come on, legs.
Oh,
Gonna hang on to it?
I don't know.
Hang on to it if you can. Only use it if you get dropped.
This bit's so dirt.
Just remember, lay down the power before before the little hill, and your character will go up it quicker. So, there. That's it. Good. Good, pretty good. Now if you can hang on to that, it's worth it for the sprint finish, but if you think that you're going to
use it for a break if it happens.
Yeah, better to have it up your sleeve than use it for a rest if you can get away with it, but obviously you need the rest. Always going to splinter, might spread.
Yeah, so last week's race was super exciting, getting to break away with Emma Pallant, who was riding super strong. Once we got a big enough kind of breakaway, I had a feeling it was definitely going to be like a two-woman race between me and Emma. And then going up that final climb, it was super tactical because both of us were trying to break each other. We were putting down little digs and seeing if we could get that band to snap. And then I kind of just went for the long game with about 1,500 metres to go and decided, right, I've got to ramp this up. And I think I was getting near 6 watts per kilo, which for me, I have done a lot of work recently pushing up my FTP, and those kind of numbers we're starting to see more and more. But it was a new max heart rate for me at the end there, so I definitely was going into new power territory, and hopefully we're going to see some good numbers today as well.
Nice. 2 laps to go, got to stay super sharp now. Really good. Doesn't look like those ones are coming back on, they're 5 seconds down, so we thinned it out more. Keep an eye on them power ups. They pull the group along. Come on. And with it, regroup, just stay with them near, that's it.
Yes, there's tons of ways to get involved on Zwift. If you're not already signed up, you can do a 30-day free trial, which I would recommend, and you'll probably be hooked and want to do loads of Zwifting. There's tons of events, races, group rides on there. Team Charles-Barclay, Reece and I do a track workout every Tuesday morning at 9 AM and a group ride every Tuesday evening at 5:30 PM. So you can get involved with us. We are going live on YouTube doing some of those events as well, so you can follow us. But yeah, there's so much to get stuck in and involved in. You can even do your own weekend rides, which we're doing at the moment, organising group rides on Zwift, so we keep social even in lockdown, so definitely recommend.
Not yet. It's the game you play when you use them all up. Stay with it. Come on, stay with it, come on. Up. That's it. Get in that group. Well done. Settle in. Going to commit to the early breakaway. It's the only trick you've got with that ghost. Bridge across. Well, it's going to hurt now, but this is it. Stay with them. Not yet. So they can all see you. Stay in there. Stay in there. Right. Hit it, but don't go max, just try and get away from them, and then when you reappear, you've got to sprint. Go. 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 Come on. Go. 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 Come on. Someone's covered you. All in, all in, all in. Come on. All in. Get on the gap. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Sprint. Sprint. 100 metres. Go, 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 go. Come on, 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 come on. Push, 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 push. Good work.
Yeah, really good race. I always knew this was going to be a very tough course with very little chance of breaking away because of the nature of the only tiny little rollers on the course. Having the trainer on max difficulty was really brutal as well, but makes for a tough workout and a great race. And then it all came down to, I think, about a pack of 10 of us for the sprint finish. I had the ghost power up, so dropped that, tried to go for the early sprint and just about managed to hang on, have a little second wind and then cling on to third place today. So I think that's unofficial, but 3 weeks in a row on the podium. So yeah, really happy with that. So solid day today. Well done to Sophie Caldwell, who was the winner, and Melanie Murrah, who was second. And then we had 2 other Brits in the top 5, Emma Palin and Ruth Purbrook. So good day out for all of the Brits with 4 in the top 5. And hopefully that is the official result. We'll find out a bit later on, but really good racing today.
Okay, sorry I'm in my pants, but it's a lightweight weigh-in. So I'm going to calibrate the scales with 5 kilo weight. So it's on 0. Bang on 5 kilos. Reset the scales. 0. And ready?
Yeah. Good work. Keep in that pack, come on.
This is the last kilometre.
1k to go.
200 metres. Come on. Come on.
Go, go, go.
Brilliant. Come on. Well done. Brilliant.
That's it, push. Push again. Dig, 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 dig.
Come on. Do it all yourself. Come on. Brilliant.
Woo.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just finished Z Pro Race 3. and today I finished in the top 10 of the A race. So for me, that's a really, really good achievement and lots of motivation, proving that training's working. Super tactical race. As you can see, I left everything I have on the bike, so quite a lot of clearing up to do. But yeah, so it was a much more strict rule race this week. We had to use a direct drive trainer, so I'm using the Wahoo Kicker, and we had to weigh in. Well, you have to weigh in if you finish the top 5, but we weighed in anyway, and you have to be registered on zpower.com, and yeah, so felt a lot more of a stricter, fairer race. As for the course, it was not a lot of opportunity to break away at all. It was Crit City, and there was this one section where it was like rolling hills, and it was just like trying to hang on for dear life on that. Everyone was using their power-ups and trying to shake people off the back. Managed to hang in there to the end in the front group, and then just laid out everything I have on the sprint finish, which was good enough for 10th today. So really happy with that, and really enjoying this series that Zwift have put on.
And do you think blonde hair is giving you more power?
Oh, I'm not sure. I've got my dark hair roots are coming through, so it could be that coming back. Who knows?
Going back to the dark side.
I think so. This was a lockdown haircut, but hopefully we'll be out of lockdown soon. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant! Good racing today. Same time next week.
Yep, definitely.
Perfect.
Okay, thanks very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed watching this episode, then don't forget to check out last week's race. You can view that by clicking here.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content, hopefully more racing, and some lockdown updates coming very soon. Click here to subscribe.
And finally, don't forget, every Tuesday, 9 AM, Team Charles-Barclay do a track session, and 5 PM we do a social ride where you can ask us lots of questions. We'll be going live on YouTube and answering those, and then we finish off with a big race up a hill. So
yeah, 5:30 PM for that one.